I'm charging you to go to Dallas, keep this UGK thing going. Dallas is our biggest market at that time. Yeah. Keep the UGK thing going. I want you to start something in Dallas. I didn't know what. I said, okay, I'll figure it out. So anyway, when I first came back to Dallas, you know, I felt I wasn't coming back to stay. I came back because of a break. UGK they were on pre-production for Riding Dirty. Okay. Right? So I was living in this apartment. First when I moved to Port Arthur, I was living in San Jacinto at San Jack, where all the UGK albums, the first 2 or 3 UGK albums were recorded out of that house. And y'all hear Pimp and Bun rapping about San Jack on a lot of those early Too Hard to Swallow and Super Tight albums. Well, I lived there for about 6 months. And then I moved to the Lamplighter, which was on the other side of town. It was an apartment complex. But when I left, he charged me. He said, say, man, I'm charging you to go to Dallas, keep this UGK thing going. Dallas is our biggest market at that time. Yeah. Keep the UGK thing going. I want you to start something in Dallas. I didn't know what. I said, okay, I'll figure it out. You know, and so first thing happened was I had gone to the radio station and there was a guy that had just took the 6 to 10 slot that would happen to be the 6 to 10 guy that was in Monroe, Louisiana when we were on the road. And I had met him then. His name was Broadway Joe. Broadway Joe said, man, I need an intro for my show. What? Did him a little intro. So did him that first intro, did him a second intro. So every time 6 o'clock came on, you heard my voice for probably about a whole year. You know what I mean? And then I did that. And then by that time, Big Al had gotten in touch with me, right? So this is now, mind you, there's nobody, when I got back to Dallas, nobody is on the radio. There's no rapper taking it by the horns and saying, give me some radio play. I forgot who was even the program that, I don't even know. I know who the rappers were, yeah, but I don't know. There was nobody just making just a bunch of noise. Okay, now I'm gonna tell you because when I'm gonna bring it full circle, and then you're gonna know what happened after this. So then, Big Al gets with me. He talks me into doing the album. I write pretty much everything on the album. Co-producer with Steve Paul down at Dub One Studio. The last song we did was called Already. And we wasn't gonna do anything with it, but everybody gravitated toward it. And so everybody's like, where y'all get that saying from? I said, well, man, when I was in Houston, I heard a couple people saying Already. They wasn't saying Already in Dallas at all.
You brought the Already to the city?
You didn't know that?
Man,
you didn't know that?
No, this is history lesson for us, man. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh, yeah.
This is.
So it was in full rotation on K104. Already was in full rotation. Philly Fail, DJ Philly Fail did the remix. Y'all know who Philly Fail is?
Yes, know that.
Oh my God. Philly Fail's a big time DJ he was from Dallas, but then he moved to California. He did the remix. It has some serious legs on it. So now on Greenville Avenue in North Dallas, there was a club called The Spot. So now back then, like I said, it was very expensive to be a rapper. You know what I mean? From going to the studio time was costing you $85 to $130 an hour. There wasn't no little tapes. You had to use ADATs or back then reels. ADAT was the new thing, which was like a VHS tape. You know what I'm saying? So imagine having and then traveling with that. You know, it was just expensive to do everything. You know, if you had to go to Atlanta to record, you got carry all that stuff, ship that. You know what I mean? It was just crazy to be a rapper back then. It's so easy now to wake up. I saw a dude wake up in pajamas and the microphone right there. He just made a song. You know, you can't do that. So yeah, we at The Spot, and this is what happened. So mind you, we used to go down the street here to God, they're gonna be mad at me if I can't think of the name of their company. They may be close, but they used to make all the vinyl for everybody in Dallas. It was a one-stop shop. No. It was some initials. I can't think of. Oh my God.
LJ.
No, let me think of it for a second. I'm tripping. Well, anyway, they made everybody's vinyl. Everybody, right here on Industrial Avenue in Dallas. And so I'm at the spot with my clique, and we getting the people at the club to play already. And guess who else is there for the first time promoting their record? Kevin A. and Mr. Pookie. No one had ever heard of them. And they put that Crook for Life on.
I'm off a deal you.
Out of there. So right around that time, so that's when you started hearing, you had already on the radio, you had Crook for Life on the radio. Then of course he came back with Mr. Lucci. Excuse me, let me back it up. K-Rock was first.
Yeah.
K-Rock was first. K-Rock warmed it up for us already. Then Crook for Life. And by that time, Mr. Lucci came out. Mr. Diabolical. That's my little brother.
Oh, yeah.
I'm Bobo Luchi. He Mr. Lucci.
Shout out Lucci.
Shout out to Mr. Lucci. That's my dude, man.
family.
Stony Crook. Yeah. What's up, C-Pone? Yeah, that's boy. Ooh, that's one of them.
It's Pone.
We know
That-
Simone.
Yeah, Pone. Yeah, we know Pone.
That question you asked, that's one of them.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
one of them. Oh my God. Ooh, my God. Yeah. So right after that, so we're having money issues. You know what I'm saying? So I separate and start doing my own thing. Right? I come with a song called Swing Low. Swing Low was on the radio for probably 3 months.
Who was responsible for putting it on the radio? Oh, you still was on the radio to KO?
No, I was on KNON at that time, but I was on my own record label.
Right.
So I was doing my own radio days and everything. I would get up on Mondays, go to radio day at K104 1 week. Next week I go to 97.9. See, when we started the radio show, that 2 weeks later, 97.9 started.
Yeah.
Yes.
Remember that they was
Yes.
playing nothing but they didn't play no commercials, nothing but
90
shit you want to hear.
Yeah, 97.9 started right around that same time. So we were cool with all those guys. Matter of fact, I just talked to Bink and DJ Phil and
Oh yeah.
and then I remember going to remember having the song. I sat on that song for a long time, bro. The Bitch Get Up Off Me song. And I took it up to Gigi's on a weird night, like a Wednesday night. They were having some kind of showcase there. And I saw my buddy who was DJing in there. I said, hey man, will you play this song for me? Smooth with the VE.
Shout out
DJ Smooth.
Shout out Smooth with the V, man.
Shout out to him. The lion is loose. You know what I'm
Lion
talking about?
is
Yeah. DJ Smooth with the V. DJ Smooth broke that record. And so he played that. I mean, it wasn't nothing, probably about 30, 40 people in the club. 3 people walked up to me and say, that's a hit. That's fucking incredible. So I said, okay, I got one. So I took it to radio day and they said, oh, we can't play it. I think UGK had just dropped Take It Off or something like that. And you have to realize you hadn't heard nothing from UGK since Riding Dirty, since 95, 96. And so now it's 99, people starving for UGK. And so they had just gotten that song, Take It Off, and that's Marie Kelly was the program director. She said, well, Bobo, I don't know if I can be able to play that song because I just got added a song by UGK. And so of course I took her husband, and the kid I was taking her to dinner to Papa Do's, but when I get to Papa Do's, the whole family there. I'm telling y'all the truth. I ain't never told nobody this story. The whole family there. So I get out there, I pay the bill. And so that had to be like on a Monday or Tuesday. So that's back when we was going to Gigi's pretty regular, just trying to promote. You remember they had 2 nights, Friday nights and Sundays. I go up there on Friday. I hit the door, somebody say, congratulations. I go a little further, somebody say, congratulations. I go up to the DJ booth, congratulations. I said, what? They said, you in full rotation. So I went from already, Swing Low, to Bitch Get Up Off Me. So I had 3 songs in full rotation. I don't know nobody before that had that out of Dallas. For as long as Bitch Get Up Off Me was in rotation. Ooh, man.
For real.
Yeah, so I can claim that.
Shout out Reallyfe Street Starz, nigga. Move it. Hey.